it's Alesia. I'm back and I'm so excited to be talking to you about Melodifestivalen 2017, also known as the Hunger Games, because this is gonna be insane. I have to be completely honest. This actually pulled me out of my post-election slump. Yeah. Hey, it's Alesia. You know I'm American. I've been working on the campaign for so long, and it actually pulled me a little bit away from my love of Eurovision. And then, of course, a dark day happened. But we're not going to talk about that. Nope. Melodifestivalen in 2017 is going to be amazing. Okay, before I go any further, of course, we have to talk about Loreen coming back to compete. What do you think? Look, I love Sweden, I love Stockholm, I love visiting, but after basically spending a month there last May, I sort of had my fill, or so I thought. Honestly, the announcement of Loreen coming back actually made me book my flight to Stockholm. Kudos to everyone who convinced her to come back to Melfest, because that was something that I never ever thought that she would ever do. But to be quite frank, I think she's got an album that needs to drop. I mean, the album is already essentially done, or that was at least what we were told like 2 years ago. And this is the perfect way for us Loreen fans to get this new album. Do I think Swedes will actually vote for her? I don't know, because I definitely think the Swedish public, I think they love her, but I think they also would love to give someone else the opportunity to represent. But if Sweden is trying to get that 7th win, I mean, an easy way of doing that would be to just let Loreen win Melfest. Every year, Melodifestivalen has songs and acts that are totally top 10 quality. I mean, Sweden gives us quality every year. Now, make no mistake, I was not really a France fan last year. That was not my favorite entry of Melfest 2016, but I understood the appeal. It's like, I feel like the Swedish population has to decide for themselves, do we really want this 7th win? Because I think Loreen is just such a great artist. She's a great vocalist. She definitely has a platform. Whatever she decides to do on stage, it's definitely gonna be of quality. I don't know. It would be really hard, I think, for Sweden to have Loreen represent them in Kiev and for her to not be top 3 contention. And I know we don't know what other countries are bringing. I know that, and I know that's kind of like a ridiculous thing for me to predict. But every single single she's come out with post Eurovision, I would say every year could have been a song that would have been top 3 quality at Eurovision. I mean, her performance at Melfest with Paperlight, amazing. And now I know a lot of people didn't like the I'm In It With You music video. That video was really horrible, right? But the song was great. I still listen to that song, and honestly, I'm still listening to the entire Heal album, and that was what, 2012? So I'm still listening to the music, and I want more music from her. And if getting more music from her was gonna be, okay, you have to participate in Melodifestivalen 2017, whatever. Now, if you want like a fuller breakdown on who I think is actually going to make it to the Melodifestivalen final, you should check out my blog at ESC Plus, so you can get yourself like a nice little breakdown over there. So for the first heat, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, I think who's gonna make it through is gonna be Boris René and Ace Wilder. Ace has been coming out with some amazing music. She's super talented, and I think this song might be a little bit different from what she's normally given us. I think it's gonna sound a little bit more adult. I think it'll be a little bit more grown up, but I definitely think it's still gonna be fun. I still think it's gonna be danceable. And the thing that I love about Ace is the fact that she's gonna give us an act that is gonna be completely different from what Jamala did in Stockholm last year. And you know, it's weird because I think Eurovision gets into this trend where it's like whatever the song was last year that won, you see like a couple of countries attempt to basically repeat that. We saw it last year. There were definitely some Måns Zelmerlöw copies there. And Ace isn't gonna do that at all. She's gonna give us a song that's fun. She's gonna give us a song that's gonna have some dance. I mean, the staging is gonna be great. And I'm liking this whole wild child thing. I sort of like that. I think think Boris René was like the sleeper sensation of last year, and I think he's gonna stand out. I really think that's gonna be the thing that could allow him to make it through. Now, I don't know if he'll be completely safe, but he might be able to qualify for like Anders Hansen. I think he's gonna give something different. I think he's going to just naturally stand out amongst the crowd. And really, when you're talking about a television show where you hear all these songs back to back, that's really what I think can put someone over the edge. It's just that unique quality. And I really like his voice, so I'm pulling for Boris. For Anders Hansen, I'm thinking Charlotte Perrelli and Dina Na. Those are my two sort of runner-ups. I think a lot of people are thinking that Charlotte Perrelli is just like a surefire bet to be in the final. And I actually think she might struggle a little bit. I mean, we don't know what the song is gonna be, but I don't know. This is just a completely different playing field. Not to mention the fact that she's had way too much plastic surgery. But you know, it's like times have changed. So, you know, I think she could make it to the final, maybe, but I do think she's gonna struggle a little bit. For the second heat, I'm gonna say that Mariette is definitely a surefire bet. The betting odds have her essentially duking it out with Loreen. She's in the number 2 spot for the betting odds, which I think is an unbelievable compliment. I love her EP. It was really great. And she said that the song that she's gonna be performing is gonna be a little bit more poppy. And I'm really curious to see what that exactly means. I mean, Don't Stop Believin' was this epic song. I just feel like it was a very epic song. The songs on her EP were definitely poppy. They were good. And she's an amazing songwriter and musician. So I feel like no matter what she does, as long as she finds a way to maybe incorporate like playing guitar or something, I just think that would be fun. And I think it would also add to sort of her credibility as an artist, because not a lot of artists actually can kind of boast the fact that they play an instrument and that they write their own music. And I think the more an artist can kind of put that out there, really the better. The next person I think could make it through this heat is Benjamin Ingrosso. Yeah, I think he might be a surprise to wiggle his way into the final, and I think he could surprise a lot of us at home and a lot of us Eurovision fans who are just sort of tunnel vision focused on Charlotte Perrelli, Loreen, and even Mariette. To me, Lil Benny has like that Franz appeal, like he's cute, and like the young girls at home are gonna be like, oh my god, he's so cute, I'm gonna vote for him. But I've listened to some of his music, and he sounds great. He's got amazing vocals. For Anders Hansen, I'm gonna give it to Lisa Ajax and Roger Ponter. I feel like Lisa Ajax might struggle sort of like Issa did, and I loved Issa and I loved her song, but it was something about the act that I just don't think translated to people at home, and I wonder if Lisa Ajax might kind of fall in that same pattern. I definitely think she'll make Anders Hansen. Like, I don't see her just completely not making it through, but I do think she might struggle a little bit. So, but fingers crossed for her, because I really like her and I like her as a performer. I think she's fun, so I'd love to see her live for the final. There's also this artist Alesia in there, and I am really curious about what she's gonna bring. I would love to see her maybe pull, what was that Kizunga lady last year? Oh, Saraha. Yeah, I was not a Saraha fan, but I'm hoping at least Alesia might make it to the final off of, you know, some just like, ooh, like we don't really know who you are, and this song is actually kind of catchy and cool. So I kind of hope she makes it through the final, but I mean, do we really know? No, we don't know. But I will say, if Swedes don't want Loreen to win, but they want someone who could potentially do really well at Eurovision, I definitely say keep your eye out for Mariette, because she could definitely, I think, garner some of the same attention that Loreen did when she participated in Azerbaijan. For the next heat, to me, it's pretty clear, and this will probably be the one that, I mess up because it just feels so clear to me. But I think it's going to be Robert and the Fooo Conspiracy definitely sailing through. I have to say, I really want Krista Siegfrieds to get through. I'm putting her in sort of my Anja Shansen category. I don't know if it'll be just like that comfortable for her to squeak through, but I would love to see her in the final. And I mean, Krista is actually like a good person. Like, and I know that sounds really crazy because yes, this is a music competition and it is, about the music. But I do think as a performer, she is just so on. I mean, if Marry Me came on right now and we were sat on an airplane, she would get up in the aisles and start doing it. Now, of course, we'd have to tell her like, okay, miss, the seatbelt signs are on, so please find yourself back at your seat. But like, that's how much of a performer she is. She's just really crisp, really clean, and she honestly would be a great person, I think, to go to Eurovision. I mean, with Marry Me, when she represented Finland, I mean, she got on stage, she performed to perfection. And I think there is something to be said for a seasoned performer to represent a country. I also want to point out and mention this Jasmine Cara woman. I feel like she has the potential to basically be Ace Wilder circa Busy Doing Nothing. Sort of the person that people are kind of like, wait, what? Who are you? Oh, whoa, this is amazing. And she could be really fun, so I'm curious to see what she does on stage, but I definitely think she is primed to upset some folks in this heat. I'm also looking out for Anton Hagman. Just sort of, keeping my eye out to see what he's doing because, I mean, look, Franz, I think, surprised a lot of folks outside of Sweden. I think in Sweden it was very clear, but I do think there is some appeal to these guys. I mean, I don't know, I'm gay, so I can't really speak on it, but there is an appeal to these like young guys, I just want to say this though, just for the record though, Sweden, if you let the Fooo Conspiracy represent you at Eurovision, you realize you're not winning. So choose wisely. And the final heat, which is gonna be Bloodbath! Game of Thrones! The Hunger Games! Melodifestivalen is a show, and I think sometimes we forget that it is a television show and it's not just a song competition, and they are really bringing the entertainment, nail-biting factor to this final heat. I think Victoria and Loreen are going to sail through. I mean, of course we don't know what their songs are going to be, but I think it's going to be really hard to top these ladies. I mean, Loreen is about to get up on that stage and just do whatever, and it's going to be like amazing. Like, she's just going to get up on stage, she's going to throw the wig on, because I just want to let y'all know, like, once upon a time, Loreen was sat down at the beauty shop getting her sewing, getting all ready for us. Now she's straight up just putting a wig on. And legitimately, I imagine her the morning of that press conference, like,
all right, so, yeah. Tell them I said yeah. Tell them I said yeah. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do Melodifestivalen. Someone get my wig, dust it off.
Yeah, I just feel like she doesn't even care, which is one of the things that makes her amazing. Now, another person I want us all to be on the lookout for is this young lady, Alice. I'm telling you, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I just get a feeling like my psychic bubble is telling me that this woman can sing her ass off, okay? I don't know what her song is gonna be, but let me tell you right now, it's about to be something good. And if I were Victoria, I would be scared. She just looks like she could sing. I don't think Loreen has to be worried, but I definitely think Victoria might be finding herself in an Anja Shansen situation if this girl Alice does what I think she might be able to do. Now we also have the John Henrik. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce his last name because I'm not going to do it right. So I'm sorry, John. We'll just call you John. I think John could be Anja Shansen. I don't know if he's completely a sure bet. I know that he has a nice little fan base over there in Sweden. But I think this year, Melodifestivalen is going to be a bloodbath, and no one is gonna have it easy. But like, let's be real, like Loreen is gonna be in the final. Like, can I just say this, like, sidebar? Like, to all of the artists who are like, yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna do Melfest this year, you know, it'll be cute, you know, I'll get some exposure. Like, y'all are probably real mad now, right? Like, you're like, who? Like, no one was gonna tell me Loreen was coming back for this? Like, y'all weren't gonna say that this year. Like, I wasn't gonna get that memo. Y'all were just gonna have me go out there in the morning thinking like, oh, I'm about to do this TV show. It's kind of fun, you know. Like, I'm gonna sing my song, and then I'll go on tour this summer, and it'll be amazing. And then you showed up, and you saw Loreen, and you were like, so. Like, I'm definitely not about to win this year. Like, I'm totally not about to win this. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Do you agree with me? Talk to me in the comments below. Do you disagree with me? Don't talk to me in the comments. I'm kidding. Talk to me in the comments below. This is a conversation. I'm really excited. Oh, yeah, and did I mention I'm going to be going to the Melodifestivalen finale? Woo-hoo! I'm excited. You should be excited. Oh, yeah, and don't forget, let's get excited for Eurovision 2017. Kiev, Ukraine, in the house. What?